Hey guys, how are you doing?
Let's sing a song full of hope, full of pain. Why don't you sing along, my friend? For it's our last refrain. Forever young, ever strong, ever brave. Memories like this never end. No, they don't fade away. So when I'm gone, oh, when I'm gone, I'll be right there, close to the sun.
We're gonna ignore my makeup today because I did it so fucking quick. Hello, how are we doing? We're filming in the evening, as you can probably tell. We've got like very dim light. As you'll see from the title, I am going to be talking about my current situation, moving out, going to be doing just the general sort of chit chat from what you guys have been asking me on Instagram. Who and where are you moving to? Are you moving alone? Who am I moving with? I'm moving in with my boyfriend. Where am I moving to? Still staying in London, but we're going to a completely different area. Me and Carrie got a really fucking good deal on this flat, and everything is just going up for everyone. Like, everyone who I know that's moved to London got, like, in the last year, got really good like COVID prices, and everything has just basically skyrocketed up. Yeah, a lot of people had their flats tenancies up apparently this time of year. I feel like a load of people I follow on Instagram have all ended up going back to their family homes, or like really struggling to find somewhere before their tenancy runs out. So yeah, it's been a bit of a difficult time with the London renting market at the minute. But yeah, I am moving out with my boyfriend, and we're going to be moving somewhere in London, hopefully to the place that we saw today. But I mean, I'm not going to try and get my hopes up too much because everything is just a bit chaotic in London at the moment. There's also no beef between me and Carrie, obviously, because if you've been watching since before I moved, you will know that we decided to do it as like sort of a spur of the moment, last minute thing. Wanted to just live together for a year. Aiden was at uni. Obviously my plan was to move in with Aiden sort of whenever we could financially do that, and he was having an extra year at uni anyway doing his masters. So me and Carrie thought, fuck it, let's have a fun year living together as best friends in London, doing the same thing and being able to help each other out. Yeah, so the plan was always going to be for me to move in with Aiden and just have a year with Carrie. There's nowhere specific we're looking to move to. I obviously like the area that I'm currently living in, and then there's so many other areas that I really like as well. So we're not really very strict, we're quite flexible because me and Aiden are both going to be working remotely. All we do know is that we're going to have to get a 2-bed between us because we need space to work in. So we need somewhere that we can turn into like an office space / second bedroom. How are you feeling? I'm guessing this question's come in relation to like my recent news. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, you probably won't know that my granddad passed away on Boxing Day this year, which was very hard hitting. Like, my grandparents have been a huge part in my life, and I've still obviously got my nan, but they were like a huge part of my life like growing up. You will have probably seen them in multiple vlogs and me talk about them really highly in videos. But yeah, they essentially helped bring me up and have been very prevalent in my life, so which I'm very grateful for. I'm very lucky to have, I know, as a 23-year-old, to have them two grandparents together. But yeah, sadly my granddad passed away, and it wasn't from a nice natural cause, you know. It was from cancer, terminal cancer that he'd been battling with for the past, well, he'd been battling with cancer for a while, but when it turned terminal the Christmas beforehand, and we got told that he'd only got like 6 to 9 months basically to live. I will talk about this in like a proper video because I feel like talking about grief and things like that is super important. So yeah, I will probably do that when I feel maybe a little bit more comfortable in a week or two, discussing the whole situation. I sort of want the funeral to have passed before I sort of go into like the nitty gritty of everything, and to sort of share my grief story and how I'm coping and what it was like for me and how like I've processed it all. He went way above what the doctors and everything told us, which is great because we got to spend more time with him. But that month of December was super difficult, seeing how quickly someone could deteriorate and change. And yeah, it was very, very emotional. Like, my close family are like very close, if that makes sense. Like my mum, dad, brother, my immediate family, my grandparents and my auntie and my little cousin, we're all super close and we pretty much do everything together. So yeah, it was pretty traumatizing, I'm not gonna lie, like seeing my granddad in that state. But I was really, whilst December was obviously a very hard month when I saw lots of like happy families and other people enjoying themselves on Instagram and other social media platforms, I was I guess I am grateful in a way that Christmas was the time that brings all of our family back together. My brother's at uni, I'm in London, we all got to be there for the last moments of my granddad. So yeah, that I am going through like a lot of different emotions I think at the minute, as probably expected when someone so close to you passes away so traumatically. But yeah, I'm feeling definitely a lot better since I've come back to London. I've got my mind focused on work and really cool upcoming things, so I'm trying to focus on that and get my mind off of just sitting and crying in bed or overthinking stuff. So yeah, overall I'd say I'm feeling about like a 7 out of 10, 0 out of 10 at the end of December, and I feel like that's quite good going, getting up to that state. I'm sure it will drop dramatically when my granddad's funeral is, which is in a couple of weeks time. Yeah, there will be a proper video coming up soon where I talk about the whole thing. So New Year's resolutions, top things you're looking forward to this year. I actually did like a whole goals video, and you will have seen the vision board video by the time you see this as well, with Carrie and Jack. So I've sort of like set my goals, my intentions for the year. You'll be able to see all of those over there. But yeah, my main ones are probably moving into a lovely place with Aiden and working on some like work career goals, hitting some targets and goals I've wanted to, working with some like dream brands, and most importantly traveling and creating like sick memories with my friends. Like I feel like I've lost so much time of my early 20s to COVID, so I just want to create like some cool memories this year. That'd be just enough for me, you know. Top moments of 2021, again I did reflect on this in the other video, but I'd say probably releasing my self-love journal, really high up there. Finally being able to graduate and you know, celebrate my success doing my degree, that was probably up there as well. Even the fake graduation me, Megan and Hattie did at Hattie Towels was just incredible, because they'd planned for my granddad to give out the scrolls and he did little speeches congratulating us and stuff. It's honestly beautiful. It makes me like tear up every time I see it now.
What you've achieved at uni.
Thank you. I'm great.
Oh, no. Thank you.
Thank you.
It is my girl.
That's what we're funny for.
Thank
well
you.
Done, Hattie. Well done. Well done.
I feel like I'm up on the brink sometimes. Like sometimes I'm so chill talking about my granddad, and then sometimes I'll like start doing this. But yeah, like I remember at the time thinking like this is such a special moment that I know I'm going to be able to treasure for a long time, and now it's even more special now that he's gone. Like, I have that video to look back on, and there's also this like really beautiful I was basically having a phone call with him when he was in hospital for the whole of November. I recorded it on my laptop because I just thought it'd be so nice to like hear his voice whenever I need like comforting or just basically to hear his voice. God, I actually thought I was fine. I literally thought I was fine like the past couple of days filming, but clearly I'm not. Clearly I'm not.
Yeah, I just wanted to see how you were and if you'd heard any updates.
We can have a little chat about it when you come back.
Yeah.
Let's hope we can meet that.
Love you.
Love you as well.
Lots.
Yeah, lots and lots. Okay, sweetheart. Bye for now.
Bye.
But yeah, so I did film that like special moment. But yeah, anyway, basically anytime I went back and spent time with my family and my grandparents, they were massive highlights of 2021, like creating good memories with them. And just in general moving to London, it's been the best decision that I've ever made in my entire life. Like I've had the best year, respective of the other shitty things that have happened, but I genuinely think everyone's year is going to have some form of grief or sadness. So yeah, and also the fact that I got able to travel in 2021 was just pretty cool as well, like exploring places with Aiden. And someone said, have your thoughts on body positivity changed? Are you still body positive? Yeah, I think I've been on a huge journey with my body recently. Like I've started going to that self-loathing stage again. Like I say on my Instagram, I'm not always body positive. I'm more focusing on being body neutral, because I think body positivity can create like a whole new problem when you're like fixating on yourself and like hating yourself even more because you can't be positive about your body. So getting to body neutrality is like my goal and what I try and push on my socials. I haven't been doing it much so on Instagram because I've obviously been going through my granddad stuff, and also I've just not been feeling great, and I only want to post, I don't want to keep posting body neutrality, body positive stuff, self-love things when I'm not feeling like that. I don't want it to become ingenuine and that I'm just posting it for the sake of it. Like, I want it to come from the bottom of my heart, so that whenever you see a post like that, it is really and truly when I'm sat there thinking about stuff, usually at night, like just typing away on my laptop. I put it in my notes app on my laptop or my phone, like when I'm thinking of something that I really want to share and that I think would help other people. Yeah, I haven't changed my views. I think they're always ever changing anyway with your body, because you go through phases, you see things on social media that can trigger stuff and things like that. But yeah, body neutrality is the goal. Just sort of accepting your body for what it does for you and the amazing things that it does for you. You don't have to love it, you don't have to hate it. You can just, it can just be a body and you can just exist in it without having to have like a certain strong emotion for it, you know? What would your new 2022 hobby be? So I've got like the classic shit, like read more. I really want to start doing some like dance classes again or something along those lines, where I'm gonna get my serotonin boost from either like doing some amateur like theatre stuff, like with like local groups. Maybe when I move I'll be able to find something that I can join, because I think that'll push me out of my comfort zone again, even though that's like what I did for my whole childhood. Just going back and doing something like that I think will be nostalgic and really good for me. So yeah, maybe something like that would be a nice new hobby to get into. What do you do that isn't work? I don't know if that's a dig or not. What do I do that's not work? Journaling. I like journaling because that gets me into a really nice reflective, relaxed state of mind. So journaling, I'd say. Me and my friends do things here and there, but I guess some of that is partially work because it's like reviewing somewhere. I mean, I just like chill things, like there's nothing like major, which is why I said maybe a new hobby might be something to take up, like dancing or some sort of class. But yeah, most of the time it's just me going for a nice stroll, coffee shop, bubble tea date, journaling. That's my sort of vibe. What would you do if you felt a friendship wasn't serving you anymore? I'm scared, help. I've just realised that like you need to just cut these people off, like whether it's the new year or not, you just need to cut people off that are not serving you. Like, it's actually baffling. I think having some grief so close together, one of my aunties basically passed away into the new year as well, so I had like 2 close family deaths in a short space of time. So it's like really made me fixate on death, which is not ideal. And I start to think that like life is too short. Like, why am I wasting my time and energy on people who are not bringing positive things into my life? So if a friend is not serving you anymore, you just cut them out. Or if you feel like you can rekindle something and build on something and you want to save the friendship and you think it can be saved, then just talk about it, because life is way too short to be like pondering on stuff like this now. Like, I probably wouldn't be able to take my own advice. Like, I'm better at giving it and not actually taking it on myself and on board. But yeah, I think from the current situation in my life, I think cut people off that aren't serving you. Don't do things that you don't want to do. Don't meet up with people that you don't want to meet up with. And yeah, you just need to be selfish sometimes in life and do things that are gonna make you happy and fulfill you. Someone said comfy heels for events. I usually go for like a mule most of the time, because high heels I think just literally break my toes. But my feet are wide as well, so I struggle to find heels that are comfortable and not excruciatingly squeezing my foot inwards. A good old Primark mule is what I'd recommend, and they actually last for a while. Like, I've had my mules throughout uni and they're still going strong, and they're probably like £10. Best rooftop bars that aren't spenny. Not going to find them in London, I'm really sorry. All of the rooftop bars are expensive because they put their prices up because of the location and the fact that it's a rooftop bar. They like put the prices up because of the view. So yeah, all I can do is recommend a couple of them. I went to Bar Elba, that was quite pretty but very expensive. Same with LSQ in Leicester Square, Garden Rooftop as well. They're all lovely places, but they're just expensive. So that's all I can offer, I'm really sorry. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna sort of answer for today. But yeah, I think the most intense part of my life at the moment is probably focusing on my project that is getting released at the end of Feb. I might be able to release more info soon, but if you do want to know about that, the first place you'll be able to find out is on my Instagram. But I am also filming the process. So yeah, it's a really cool project that I've been working on, and it's to do with fashion, clothing, cozy vibes as my little hints. So yeah, I've been really focused on that, and also the flat hunt. So yeah, if you've got any questions about that, let me know. I will do another like flat hunting video when me and Aiden have found a place, if that's something you want to see. And I am filming that process too, so that will be coming to my YouTube very soon. Love you all so much. Thank you so much for all the kind messages and support, especially during that time when I lost my granddad, because every kind message was not missed or not read. I did see them all, and I love you all so much. It was very overwhelming in a really nice way, so thank you so much. I hope you're all doing really well. I'm sending you all the love in the new year, and if you're struggling right now, I'm with you. I will see you very soon for another video. Bye.